Shalom, my people, Israel. Um, I had to make this clip today, one of two. There are a couple generations of people between the ages of 20 and 60 that's stuck on 17, 16, 15 years old. I don't know if it's additives in the food. I don't know if it's the education system. I don't know if it's the parenting. But there are a lot of irresponsible, immature adults running the streets. I mean, 50-year-old men with their pants hanging off their butt talking about, nephew, I'm out here, we out here. 30 and 40-year-old grown men talking about, I'm a trapper. Not wanting to get jobs, not wanting to support their family or their children, deadbeat dads, jailbirds, potheads, drug addicts. I mean, just stuck on 16 and 17. Not worried about their priorities. You know, they running around catching all these hacks, but they don't never want to get their license or try to get a car. Not saying that, you know, some people just don't like to drive. But some people are too immature to take the time to go to driving school to get their license. And that's plain and simple. That is the honest truth. I had a family member just come home from jail, man. And I love the way the man raps. I mean, he's a beast. He's like a Biggie Smalls Jay-Z mix. You know, he's a beast with the lyrics. And he told me at the age of 45 that he's too old to rap. But not even 4 months home from jail, from like a 4-year bit, he's selling drugs again. You too old to rap, but you're not too old to trap. Ain't like he ain't had job opportunities. Family is giving him all types of work to do around the house and stuff so he can get money. I've given him plenty of opportunities. He had never answered to the call. I go even a step further and look for job opportunities for him. Heck, I done got a job since then. So I know you can work, homie. If I can work, you feel me? So I just don't get it. You know, he told me one day, man, I wish I could do things like you do. Well, you can. Just give yourself the God. Change your life, go to work, save your money, take care of your responsibilities, and do right. And eventually you would have piled up or stacked up enough money to do whatever you want to do. I pray that parents are paying attention to this. Especially the parents that fit that age group. Because what they don't realize is that their immaturity will be passed on to their children. Potheads who don't want to go to work but want to sell reefer, because a lot of jobs nowadays you got to urinate, you got to be on time, you can't be high, you know. So they would rather sit on the streets and sell drugs, pot, reefer, crack, pills. That's another new habit out now, these Percocets and stuff like that. They would rather sell drugs to keep their habit because a job is not going to support that. I used to have an exotic habit, and my exotic habit was anywhere from $600 to $800 a month. My check is about $700 plus a month, so there's nowhere in the world I'm going to be able to pay my bills and have and be able to keep an exotic habit. So yeah, I was hustling, but I realized once I turned my life over to God in fullness and got away from the drugs. Yes, reefer is a drug. I feel like I'm rich now. And he's giving me everything that I want. Everything that I could desire. I take trips now. Vacations. Things that I didn't do before because my exotic habit sucked up all the money that I could have used to go on those vacations. I'm just worried about this generation, or actually four generations. The ages of 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, and 50 plus. They're stuck on 17, 16, and 15-year-olds running around here like some immature kids, literally working for kids on the block, standing on the corner watching out for the police, for the little children that's hitting in the hole, calling them nephew, and them calling the junkies or the older people uncle and auntie. People, we need to grow up. We are not setting good examples for the next couple generations of children that will be raised. Our children are becoming super immature at the ages of 14, 15, and 16, not wanting to do nothing with themselves because their mothers aren't doing anything with themselves. Their fathers are deadbeats, not doing anything with themselves. I don't care what my kids say. They can't honestly, truthfully, by the hand of God say that I've never tried to do as much as I could for them. To support them in the good things, not the bad things. You want to ride a dirt bike on the street? I ain't got nothing to do with that. Then you want to ride on the track? I get you a brand new dirt bike, straight out of Pete Cycles, long as your grades is up, and long as you're not using drugs. Plain and simple. Respecting your mother, respecting me as your father, you can get whatever you want. My daughters know. They was here in my household. They was very respectful. They was on a roll and valedictorian. Every video game, if they wanted it, they could have it. But I was just grateful enough to have children or daughters that didn't want much at all. God bless me with that. I'm going to get back to the point. I want my people to grow up, get back into the Word, get right with God, take care of your responsibilities, your children, your rent, try to buy some land, because if you don't own land, you can't govern nothing. Get a car so you ain't got to depend on somebody else with a car, always leeching on them to give you a ride. Come on, man. Especially if you're over 30 years old. That's pitiful. Especially if you've been hustling. Let me tell you this much. Let me say something else. For you street hustlers, it is pitiful that you're over 30 years old and you still hitting in a hole and hand-to-handing. Not saying that I condone selling drugs, but there was nowhere in the world I was going to be 30 years old hitting on the streets. I even had to be selling weight. I had to have a strip. I had to have people working for me. And tons of people can vouch for all of that when I was on the streets. Real talk. Fronting packs, big weight, ain't playing no games. Not condoning it because it's all wrong and I've given that lifestyle up. But I was not going to be immature enough to still be risking my freedom out on those streets as an old man. Get your mind right, people. Please. And I'm going to be waiting for y'all to catch up with the rest of us who've matured and we got our mind rights. Shalom, my people. May God be with you. And I'm going to keep all my friends, associates, and enemies, you know who you are. You know who you are in my prayers. For real. For good blessings. For coming back to God and doing right in life. Again, I say shalom.